Hello, this is a demonstration of DataPond, a service that allows companies and their employees to share information through retrieval and AI in a very transparent way, integrated with the Internet Computer Platform. What you see on the screen is a login process for a user that has no internet identity setup, and just by clicking one button, he connects his account to the ICP. Once this is done, we get a confirmation and the user is continuing his work with the system as normal. We have an integrated chat that you can test your data with, and later you can also use this data through an API. Here we are demonstrating that the chat at the beginning has no knowledge of mostly anything. We are asking the question who are the authors of the ICP white paper, and of course it answers that it doesn't know. So let's see how we can supply this information so that in a later chat we can actually get the needed information. We're uploading the white paper of ICP. Here we can select a category and other metadata that can help us later find easily the file if needed. So we just hit upload, and in a few moments the data is already stored on the ICP network in a specialized canister and is transparently traced. So what this means is that every action on the file is recorded in another canister and can be proven on the blockchain. In this case, we're waiting for the data to be completed with processing. It was complete, and now we can even preview the file inside and see the content, read whatever we want to do here with the file. But what is more important is that we have several actions here. Besides the editing data, we can see if there were already some questions asked for this file or information from this file. And we have a history of the interaction with the data. So the data was first processed by DataPond, then it was uploaded to the canisters, and then it was consumed. We just did this. So it's this data is stored on the ICP blockchain. And now we can go to the chatbot and we can ask again the same question. Who are the authors of ICP white paper? Now that it already has the information, it has to retrieve it and give back the information so that we can consume it as regular users. But it gives, of course, the information, and it gives also references. So if you click on a reference, we get the specific citation and information from where the data was sourced. So we are going now to see that for each file and each interaction with the file and all the questions that were asked and all the answers that were answered, we have a log. And for each of the files, we can see actually what has been asked, what has been answered, and at what time. We can go back to the data and we can see again the log, and we can see that this data has been consumed once by the chatbot. Again, we can deal with any textual based information here as a start, PDFs or doc files. Let's try another one. This is the famous paper "Attention is all you need." So once we hit upload, it will take a few seconds to process. So what happens in the background is that the file is processed, chunked, and delivered in a vectorized form, which is then suitable for querying and perform the so-called RAG, or a retrieval augmented generation. Currently, as you see, the state is processing, which means the data is being converted in a vector space. Now, once this is done, of course, we can verify that it's there by just trying to preview it. It's a very interesting paper. I advise everybody who is interested in the neural networks and the recent developments in the space to take a look at the groundbreaking information around transformers. So um, once the information is inside, now we can go and see that chatbot can answer the questions related to this. So let's ask about why the attention matters. It does. It's a wide context here, but because we have data stored about the neural networks, it will find that the context is about neural networks. So the answer should be really not the attention as a general concept, but attention in the neural network context. Here we go. So we have also reference to a document that was used to retrieve the information and the citation. Let's go back to the list of files. So yeah, this is a very familiar view. You can just see it as a file explorer, but with few options for information about the usage of the data. You can also use this data through an API, as I said. But let's go again to the tracing. Of course, the actions of upload, consuming by the system and by the chatbot. Each of the events has a timestamp. And of course, this is the log of the questions and answers, so that it is totally transparent inside the organization who asked what and how the information was retrieved and why the answer of the AI was such. And now we have connected the account with the ICP identity. So the user should be able to log in with the ICP identity without entering username and password. Let's verify this. Clicking the button sign in, we get the familiar internet identity, user interface. We use the browser as a passkey, and we're logged in with the same account immediately. Very convenient. The user can see his data, and he can verify some information about the account, such as that the internet identity has been activated. Thank you for the attention.